Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Now Frazier. And today we got some things we already know we got to roll into, but before we do, if you could, please like and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. I just hit 100 subscribers. I want to shout out everybody that has been following me through my little journey I've been having so far. I think it's been about 8 or 9 months now, and I'm still trying to get comfortable, still trying to get my scenery together behind me and things like that. But I do appreciate everybody rocking with me so far, talking about these different Philadelphia sports and things like that. And with that also being said, please, I just figured out I was going to do this, off the whim, but I said I was going to do a jersey giveaway, right? It's probably going to be either probably after the draft, I would say. But the only thing you really got to do, man, is just subscribe to the channel. I'm going to just go through the names. I'm going to put them in the name generator, hit the button, and then, see who pops up, and then I'll get your information, and I'll send you a jersey. But like I said before, I'm really aiming to provide a Eagles jersey here, you know what I mean? So hopefully it's an Eagles fan. I was trying to do a Saquon jersey, but my thing is this. Long as it's an Eagles fan, I don't mind getting you whatever, but if you, like I said, if you come talking about I want an Aaron Rodgers or a Dak Prescott or this other, I'm not doing that, man. Maybe I will, I don't know, but I'd rather do something geared toward the Eagles. So with that being said, man, if you could, like I said, just subscribe so you can enter your name into the drawing, and then I'll, some which way or form, I'll find a program, but then I'll put that into the program, hit the button and see whose name comes out, and then I get your information, and then we'll figure out, what jersey you want and go from there. So. So getting into what we need to get into. First things first, I want to talk about the Hasson Reddick situation. Hasson had his press conference with the Jets the other day. He didn't, if you're asking me, well, you are asking me because that's why you're here. But if you're asking me, man, it looked like, not that he was upset, but I do feel like sometimes, and I guess, as more time has been going by, 'cause I think this happened maybe about 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, but as it goes by, right? You get to see like these players. I know he wants to get out. He wanted to get paid. It came out that he wanted a little over $20 million, whatever the case may be. Now he didn't get a contract yet from the Jets. Like I said, I'm guessing that's going to be over $20 million per year, whatever the case may be, depending on how long they want to keep him for. But I'm thinking it came down to the money situation. But then some information that came out was that Howard Eskins or something like that. Please do not quote me because I don't have the information readily in front of me. But information that came out that he was more or less hunting sacks. Now, how do I want to go about this? I can't be mad if that's the assessment of Hasson Reddick, because what else do we pay Hasson Reddick to do? All due respect. Yeah, and I've said this before about the different players that the Eagles do try to go get. They rather would have a versatile player that can play different positions, or you can plug him in here, put him in there, and move him around the field, opposed to just a person, or just no matter how good he is, and we've seen it year after year, especially with us, he gets 10 sacks consecutively. Now is it every game? No, but sometimes, you know what I mean. You get a little fall up there and there, here and there, but at the same time, he was getting us sacks. That's what Hasson Reddick was known for. So for the simple fact that information that came out that he was hunting sacks and going off the defensive game plan, to me, kind of sound like, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, and I know I even said this too about, if Sean Desai didn't work out, maybe moving Matt Patricia in there. And that's why I figured they had went out, or the Eagles organization went out and grabbed Matt Patricia, because I felt like they thought in their minds that, him working with Bill Belichick, a championship coach and stuff like that, that he would be able to come in and have some type of, at least consult on the defense, to the point where, we got a first year coordinator with Sean Desai calling plays, and he might get into a funk. You might have to, show him how to do this, or just maybe details and things like that. But then it got worse when they just, and I don't want to get into the Nick Sirianni situation, but it was just like whoever's decision that was to make. Not that I'm saying it should have been a fireable offense, but it really should have brought to light how we might be doing things when it comes to coaching. Because like I said before, I think Nick Sirianni is a great person. He might be an offensive mind. I have not seen the offensive mind maybe to what I'm looking for. and I know I'm getting off topic, but that was part of the problem. It's like how do you expect, my thing is this, how do you expect players to learn from 3 different people at one time? That's my thing. So if Hasson Reddick went out there and said, you know what, I'm tired of this BS, you know what I'm saying? We went to the coaches, we did this, we did that. I'm going to I'm going to go get my sacks, because my thing is this, I have to get paid. I'm an older player. You know what I mean? And it's not the sense that he don't want to win, because of course if you want to sack the quarterback, you're trying to, you know what I mean? You're trying to win, man. You're trying to do what you need to do. Maybe he trying, stat pad or pad his stats, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that too, but at the same time, that is what Hasson Reddick has been known for since he's been in the league, is to rush. And the moments that you need those plays, man, and I'm talking about like the NFC Championship against the 49ers last year. He took out all the quarterbacks for the 49ers. The Jets game, the New York Giants game. It's so many games I can sit there and say to you where he go like this and then go like that. Yeah, it's a lot of games. So it's like maybe the money that he was trying to command, the Eagles weren't really trying to lean towards, because like I said, the scheme really I ain't gonna say it don't fit, but the scheme is really not designed for somebody like Hasson Reddick. Yes, they get to the pass rush gets there, but it's not designed in terms for Hasson Reddick coming off the edge to get to that quarterback a majority of the time. So paying somebody such as Hasson Reddick $20+ million when you just went out here and got a player from the same team you just sent him to, you know what I mean? People trying to sit there and make it seem like we got Huff and then the third round. It didn't happen like that. Those are 2 separate dealings. We got Huff for first, second day into the free agency, wherever the case may be, and this just happened Easter or April 1st, whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, it's like I don't know, but my thing is this: I do entrust in Howie. I'm not gonna sit there and be going off the whim about why he ain't here no more, this, that, and the third, because it is what it is. The deal's done. It is what it is. But I just felt like with that information coming out, it didn't really make any sense, because it's Hasson Reddick. That's what you want from Hasson Reddick. You don't want him going out here and just not doing anything at all. And then, like I said, as a whole for the defense, it just looked bad in general. So it's kind of, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and the information that also came out that they weren't, and I guess that's what it pertained to, but him and Sweat weren't, following the game plan. So I guess that's what they were talking about. But they ended up signing Sweat. He signed for his money and things like that, and then he ended up staying with the Eagles, and now you got Hasson Reddick with the Jets. But like I said, he didn't look happy. But he understood, like he said, it was a business. I don't think there's no ill will toward the Eagles, but I would like to see Hasson Reddick. Maybe he only with the Jets for a year. Maybe he come back. I don't know. But it really don't make sense for that either, because he already had a year left on his deal, and the Eagles didn't want to pay that money. So it is what it is, man. I understand, but I do wish Hasson Reddick well. They do have a defensive rotation with the Jets, so he does have to complete, like I think it says 67.5% of his played 65 or 67% of the snaps for us to get that third round pick to turn into a second round pick. So, and that's not until 2026 anyway. But that leads me into my next point, man. I'm seeing, and if some of y'all might not know me from here, but people that know me in real life, right, or got me on Facebook, this and the third, that know me in real life, know I always had this love-hate relationship with Josh Allen, right? Now, me saying that, I know this is the Eagles podcast, but I'm saying that because Stephon Diggs just went to the Texans, right? Which is crazy within itself, because C.J. Stroud, they got a real good, decent team down there, right? But Stephon Diggs went to the Houston Texans, right? For like, I don't want to say nothing, but I feel as though like for the caliber of player that he is, he should have went for more. But with that being said, it still leads me to believe that there's something up Howie's sleeve, right? There's something up Howie's sleeve, because if I'm seeing like a Sneagle for a third pick, Brian Burns going for what was it, second or third, like you know what I mean? Like it's not like they're asking for first round draft picks and this some compensation here and there on the back end, or whatever the case may be. They're just really just giving up I feel like it's lower draft compensation for the player, but clearly it's not, because it's been happening multiple times this free agency. So, which leads me to believe. And y'all can call me crazy because I'm saying this. But if a Snead can go for a third round pick, what do you think Patrick Surtain can go for? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we keep. Well, I know I'm gonna keep talking about it because I watched Philly 500. I watched Joey Shakes. I watched On the Road to Victory with Jimmy Smith. I watch a lot of these. Shout out to Lord Brunson and Eagle Out. All them. I watch all these guys. Right. And this is like I said. Like I'll be getting some of the information from there too because I like to hear the people's different opinions on different things because it helps me formulate my opinion. So it's like. I know I got off tangent right there, but it's like I heard Philly 500 say the other day. He was like, what is one player that you would like to see, right? That ain't nobody talking about because nobody's really talking about Stephon Diggs. Like we knew that there was a rift going on with him in the Bills organization and things like that, or with Josh Allen, whoever the case may be, right? But my thing is this. It's not like they gave him up. They pretty much gave him up for like pretty much nothing. I can't remember. What was it, a third round pick or something like a second round pick? I can't remember, right? But my thing is this. If I'm thinking about a player that the Eagles already previously had interest in, you know what I mean? Like during the trade deadlines, whatever the case may be, maybe free agency, different year, whatever the case may be, draft, whatever it is, man. When the Eagles have interest in somebody, bro, they keep the interest in my eyes. It's like, yeah, we couldn't go get this player this year, but we spent the block, 2-3 years later and got him. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking Patrick Surtain probably could be a play. It probably could be a play for Howie because now you got the free cap space. He is going to command a deal. Now, do you want to rent him? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to, pay him? Because my thing is this. You got they just re-signed Blankenship. You got C.J. Gardner, you know what I mean. You got Sidney Brown coming back after his injury. So it's still like three safeties. I might be missing somebody. They just re-signed Avonte Maddox as well. Now Avonte Maddox, when he's healthy, he is like top 5. He's top 5 at his position. No BS. But my man can't stay healthy, and like I always say, the best availability. The best ability is availability. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting a little too fast on my words. But my thing is, and it's a good move if we can stay healthy. But I think like players that, and I seen somebody else, Philly 500 said this too, but I seen him say Josh Allen, and not the quarterback, but Josh Allen from the Jaguars, which would also solidify that defense, bro. It would solidify that defense. Now, I was thinking maybe they go back and sign Cunningham. I know Howie spoke very highly of him during one of his press conferences at I don't know what they were at, somewhere, owners meeting or something like that. But he spoke highly. He spoke highly of Zach Cunningham, and I think Zach Cunningham, was the best out of the worst bunch. But I do think him maybe playing, in the rotation will benefit us. And benefit him as well, and I'm thinking, and I know the Eagles are doing this too, but they're starting to do they're trying to do more or less, rotating these players in and out of the lineups. They were talking about Joshua getting like 75% of the snaps this year. They said, or this past year, and they said they didn't want to keep doing that. So that's why you go out here and you go get a Bryce Huff, and you go out here and go get a Devin White and things like that, because when the time comes, you know what I mean, when it gets to be the end of these games, defenses are tired and things like that, and, your opponent wants to run the ball on you, wherever the case may be, and your defensive players are tired, you know what I mean, that can cause for a breakaway run for a touchdown, wherever the case may be. You know how it go. But if you can get the rotation going, like I said, like how the Jets have it or whatever the case may be, and the Eagles do this as well, but if you can keep their rotation and the snaps limited for each player, or, some of your, players that don't do as well with the longevity and the endurance when it comes to the game, you put them in rotation, you know what I mean? They still get you the production that you're looking for, and everybody's happy. So I would like to see maybe Cunningham if they can't find anybody else. But I do think I think if they go in the draft, I'm going to talk about that next. But if they go in the draft, I think they still should probably pick up another linebacker. I think our cornerback room is solidified, to be honest with you. Like I said, now if they go out here and go trade for Patrick Surtain for like safety, because I do think like you can't pass a Quinyon Mitchell neither. So I guess if Quinyon or somebody like that is still available, then yeah, you go cornerback, because you do have two older cornerbacks. So yes, maybe you go cornerback, maybe not first round, whatever the case may be. But if Quinyon Mitchell is available or Kool-Aid is available, you got to take them, bro. It's no way you can pass up on that because I feel as though like they got the, especially Quinyon Mitchell. He gives me Sauce Gardner vibes, bro. So we'll see how that go. But yeah, man. But I do feel like wide receiver is going to be somewhat of a big thing for us. I think we need running backs as well still. It's just some things some areas. I know they like to go offensive line in the first round and stuff like that, or line anywhere on the line, offensive side or defensive side. Reports also came out that oh man, I can't even think of my man's name. Stoutland was impressed by a couple of players, so keep an eye out on that. And like I said before, the Red Star players, I don't know if they tell us before the draft. I don't think they do. But the Red Star players are probably going to be the players that they have the top 30 visits with and things like that. So just be on the lookout for, who's coming and who's going with the Eagles. If I see anything, I know I said a couple people had visits. I know Cooper DeJean sent out letters to all the NFL organizations saying that he's healed now. I think he broke his fibula or something like that. I can't remember. But he wants to hold his pro day, and I think it's like in a week or two. So I'm for sure the Eagles are going to have a scout down there or some scouts down there looking at that. And I guess I'll talk about it because everybody else is talking about it. To talk about Cooper DeJean being white. Man, let me explain something to y'all, man. And I'm going to keep it all the way real, man. I done played competitive sports. I done played against all types of ethnicities. It do not matter, bro. It do not matter what color you are. It matter about the size of the dog in you, my boy. I'm going to tell you that right now. And it looked like Cooper is very fluid with his hips, which is what you look for in a corner. Instinctive, what do you want to call it, the ball hawk, whatever, like whatever you want to call it, man. He has all those attributes. And then the only thing that really needs to happen if they do draft him or anybody with that kind of talent is just development. And that's something else I hit on. We need to see development out of these players. So the coaching staff, man, they gotta develop these players, man, because it's like, yeah, we can draft them, but if we don't have the proper coaching to keep these players in line and things like that, the talent will go down the drain, man. So I do think Cooper DeJean would be nice to have, if he falls to us and things like that, and he possibly could fall because of the injury. So you know how that go. People, teams don't want to really, take that chance, especially with a first round pick. He could possibly fall. And some players could fall because teams, and I've seen, I'm not going to sit there and lie, but I've seen other, people talk about this, and they're talking about other content creators talking about a lot of players are going to come off the board, such as wide receivers, mainly quarterbacks, because teams with the top few picks do need quarterbacks. So with that being said, some players might, in the mock drafts, where they might have him now, they might fall. So might be an opportunity for, Eagles to move up if they need to. And maybe they don't need to. Maybe that player falls right to them. But I do think the Eagles can make some noise, man. And I do feel as though if they can hit on this draft, I'm telling you, if they can hit on this draft, there should be no reason why NFC Championship, or at least a deep run in the playoffs, because I know it's a lot of new stuff going on with the coordinators and things like that. But I don't make excuses, man. I don't make excuses. Each year is the year to go out here and go win. Simple and plain, man. We want to win. Like, we want another championship, man. And a lot of teams aren't set up like we are. And I think we are set up to be one of the best teams this coming year, especially in the NFC East. I really haven't been seeing anybody in the East do too much besides the Commanders, which is still a question mark to me. We don't really know what's going to transpire from that. But I think we'll have more of a basis or more of a gauge after the draft, seeing what players get picked up. And I guess closer to the season as well, because, you still can get, acquire players after the draft and things like that. Yeah, man. So the draft is in 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember what today's date is, but I think it's in 2 weeks. It's like the end of April. But I do think, man, so far so good with what's been going on with the Eagles. It was a shame that we had to see Hasson Reddick leave, man, because I really did want to see Haas with Huff. H&H, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to see what they was going to do, man, but, it is what it is. I do have a lot of faith in Bryce Huff, especially if we're doing rotational, which I don't think he's going to be a rotational player. He's probably going to be playing the majority of the snaps because he's getting paid. But at the same time, I really do want to see what Bryce Huff does off the edge, because I was watching Top Billing. He's another content creator I watch, because like I said, I try to I really do try to like look at these players and study like their tendencies and things like that, because I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm not doing this just because, you know, something to do. I like what I do, so that's why I'm doing it. And if you do like doing anything that you like to do, or whatever the case may be, hobby, whatever it is, man, you should invest a lot of your time into it. And most of the times when I'm not making these videos, like I said, I listen to other content creators. I watch other content creators. I watch Philly Film Room. I can't think of Philly Film Room. It's a couple. Philly Fan 21. It's a lot of people I watch, and it helps, man. It helps me build my knowledge of some of the things I thought I might have already knew or didn't know at all, and helps me bring you better information when we do these podcasts. So shout out to all the content creators, man. But Top Billing was showing Bryce Huff, and it's like, man, it's like the same things they talk about with, you know, with Reddick, like, oh yeah, he's you know, he needs to do this and do that. I mean, it's the same thing with Bryce Huff. It's just that he's younger, but I think he's way, and like Top Billing said, with his hands, he's way more aggressive off the line, I think. So I feel as though that'll pay off in the Vic Fangio defense, because even like top 3 in pressure, because pressure two makes a problem for a quarterback. Because, and there's no knock on Jalen, but when Jalen felt like the pressure was coming on him in the pocket and the pocket was collapsing, what did he do? He rolls out the pocket. Now, Jalen's the type of player where he can make a play outside of the pocket. Most of these other quarterbacks can't make plays outside the pocket, nor can they run. So, you know, that'd be a good thing for us. So hopefully we see some of that this coming year. But I just feel as though, like, also with the addition of Diggs too, I just feel as though now, like, we really need to look more into that wide receiver 3 position, because if Campbell and I can't think of the other guy, Devontae Parker, don't pan out, that might be a little problem for us. Now, I was thinking about plugging Covey in there, maybe trying that out, but then you got to think, like, there's Hunter Renfrow still out there. Tyler Boyd didn't sign anywhere yet. I know we ain't gonna get no T Higgins or nothing like that, but there's some players out there that have not signed, and I think they will fit perfectly in that wide receiver 3. Now, I was talking about getting Gabe Davis and things like that, but he ended up going to the Jaguars. But then that leads me to, like, I'm gonna talk about Josh Allen a little bit here, man. I've been saying for the last couple of years that Josh Allen was not like that, and I'm not sitting there saying like he's a bad quarterback, but when the pressure is on for Josh, right? And the only reason why I can speak on this is because I do fantasy football. When I first started, I picked Josh Allen as my quarterback. And the first year or two, he was good, whatever the case may be. But then I picked him up maybe another year or something like that. And afterwards, fumbling in the red zone or throwing picks in the red zone, fumbling. Then it just continued year after year. Then when Brian Daboll left, which they were trying to say was like his messiah, because he's the one that kept that 1 year he had where he was like super elite or super efficient. Which, I mean, it still was. I guess it was a good year for him. He leaves, it goes right back to down the drain. So my thing was this, and we've seen it with I've been saying it, we've been seeing it. People thought I was crazy. They paid Josh Allen. You went out here and got Stephon Diggs. You had Gabe Davis. Both of them are gone. Okay? Most of your secondary, and I won't say most, but like most, well, yeah, I guess unless they re-signed the guy. I don't know if they re-signed him or not, but some of you lost pieces in your secondary and things like that. Now, what does that look like to you, if you're asking me? Or what does that look like to me if you asking me, right? It looks like that they don't trust the quarterback or the organization, or if a combination of the both. Because my thing is, even when they played the Eagles and Gabe Davis was open in the end zone, in my mind as a wide receiver, I'm going to take, and like I said, I don't play football. I'm not blaming that on Gabe Davis for the miscommunication in the end zone. I'm blaming my quarterback. Simple and plain, because all due respect, I'm gonna throw the fade over the shoulder too. It's a more probability that I make this catch and they don't intercept it than me throwing it in the middle of the end zone field, regardless of anybody's there or not. What's the probability? That's what I'm saying. As a quarterback, you have to be able to make that choice in real time, pressure on and all that. And when he threw the ball, he knew it was like, bro, I done effed up. But it's been too many times we've seen with Josh Allen throwing they went crazy, they went bananas on Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I'm about to get in my bag. Y'all went crazy on Jalen Hurts just for me to look at Josh Allen's stats and they be worse, and they're worse. They're worse. What? He had more, if I'm not mistaken, he had more picks and more fumbles this year. And he's elite. Every year they sit there and they talk about, yeah, the Bills got a chance to go to the Super Bowl. The Bills got a chance to win the AFC Championship, which they do. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But my thing is this. They say that every year for it to be, it's getting like to be like the Cowboys with them. It's like, bro, you know they're going to get bounced out of the playoffs either by Patrick Mahomes or from Josh Allen doing something stupid. Simple and plain. And they make Josh to be this, oh, he's this, that, and the 36-6. And I seen an interview with Tom Brady, and I knew right then and there, I said he will be good, but he won't be great. Tom Brady said to this man, he said, don't you think you want to chill out a little bit with the, running around, like you want to preserve your body? He said, because one wrong hit, your career could be over, or, you're out of the game, your team needs you. He said, oh, no, this is Josh Allen. Oh, no, I don't, nah, I don't need to do that. Nah, I'm going to keep playing the way I play. This is year 6. He keeps playing the way that he plays. Have they gotten anywhere? As much as y'all want to talk about Jalen Hurts, he led this team to a Super Bowl already. We did not win. I know. But he at least led the team to a Super Bowl, bro. He beat Patrick Mahomes. Like, come on, he beat Josh Allen. I don't get why certain players get past and other players don't. You're not gonna sit and talk about my quarterback like oh he ain't like that, cause he is like that. No disrespect, yeah, he got his flaws just like anybody else, and that brings me to my next point. He's been at Rice College practicing with Pep the quarterback guru. My quarterback is taking his offseason serious. It's crazy because I never see nothing from Jalen, bro. Never see nothing. I'll see Josh Allen playing golf. Not that I'm saying he can't play golf. I would love to play golf with Josh Allen. I love golf. As y'all can see, I would love to play golf. But my thing is, I don't understand how they keep putting Josh up on this pedestal, and then his whole wide receiver core left. Y'all understand that? Like that, to me, that speaks volumes about the quarterback, bro. Yeah, the organization might be a losing organization. No disrespect to the Bills. Well, we know what they've gotten into over previous years, especially in the 90s, bro. Getting to 4 championships and not winning none of them. Not winning any of them, which is probably very defeating. But then you go get Josh Allen thinking that this is going to be your the next, end all be all. And it's like it's like he don't even see what he's doing wrong. He'll sit there and say, like, every offseason, like, it's just like that. Well, we got to be better. We got to do better. Then they switched their coordinator, and then I guess that helped them win them 6 games. But my thing is this, bro. I'm sorry. Like when you talk to me about Josh Allen, until you can show me that he can reach an AFC championship game, win that joint, and go to a Super Bowl, I don't want to hear no more about him. Same thing about from the Chargers. He got a big army. I don't want to hear no more about him because he can't even get out of the playoffs. Okay? I don't want to hear Dak can't. I don't want to hear it, man. Don't want to hear it. I'm telling y'all. Because my thing is this, the way it's looking up there in Buffalo, they might be looking for a new quarterback soon. And you probably like, what? Yeah. They might be looking for a new QB soon, honestly. Honestly, bro. Honestly, so I'm trying to make sure there's nothing else I'm forgetting, because I know I got off a little tangent there, and this got a little longer than I wanted it to be. But like I said, man, I do appreciate everybody that's been watching my videos, tuning in, subscribing, liking my videos. And also, like I said, if you want to be entered into the jersey giveaway, just subscribe, man. I'm gonna give you a more of a closer date. I might do it like maybe June 1st, maybe I'll do or something like that. So we'll go with June 1st right now. I don't know what day of the week that is, so maybe if it's a weekday, we might move to the weekend. But probably the first week of June, probably that weekend, and I'll announce it, or maybe during the draft. I don't know. Maybe I'll announce it during the draft. So, but yeah, be on the lookout for that, man. Like I said. It's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I appreciate y'all watching, and just make sure y'all stay tuned for more episodes up. But I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Be safe.